The purpose of this video is to help you to determine the difference between limiting reagent and excess reagent. So imagine you go to a school disco where there are 6 girls and there are 8 boys. So if we have the reaction girl plus boy goes to couple, you should be able to see that 6 girls will react with 6 boys to form 6 couples. So in this example, all the girls will have reacted, 6 of the boys will have reacted to leave 2 left over. In this case, the limiting factor is the number of girls, and the excess reagent is the number of boys. There will be 2 boys left over. So another example here, imagine you have a system to make a robot hand. You need a palm and 5 fingers to make a hand. So imagine you find in a box 10 palms and 20 fingers. You might think that the fingers are in excess. There's more fingers than palms. But actually, because there's the ratio 1 to 5 to 1, if you have 20 fingers, that can possibly react with 4 palms to form 4 hands. So at the end, you'll be left with 6 palms left over, unreacted, no fingers, and you will have 4 completed hands. Okay, another reaction here with actual chemicals. You have nitrogen and hydrogen forming ammonia. Now, if you take the ratio 1 to 3 to 2, if you were to have 0.6 moles of nitrogen, it would need to react with 3 times the moles of hydrogen. That would be 1.8 moles. You don't have 1.8 moles of hydrogen, you've only got 0.6. So looking at the ratios, you should see that if we look at what reacts, you'll see that 0.2 moles of nitrogen would react with 0.6 moles of hydrogen to form 0.4 moles of ammonia. So that means at the end of the reaction, there'll be 0.4 moles of nitrogen. That's the original 0.6 minus 0.2. There'll be no hydrogen, and there'll be 0.4 moles of ammonia. So the limiting factor in this case was the amount of hydrogen. The excess reagent was the nitrogen. And in our final example, we have 4 sodiums plus oxygen goes to 2 Na2Os, and 0.2 moles of sodium and 0.1 mole of oxygen. You might think just by looking at the numbers that the excess reagent will be the sodium. Whereas in fact, if you actually do the mathematics on this, you will see that the ratio of 4 to 1 means that 0.2 moles of sodium will react with 0.05 moles of oxygen to form 0.1 moles of sodium oxide. So that will mean you will have 0 sodium at the end. You will have 0.05 moles, that's the difference between the two, and you will have 0.1 moles of sodium oxide.